I want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to my sponsor, P2 Collectibles, located at 204 East McGallard Road in Muncie and on eBay as well. So next time you're here in Muncie, let us know. Come give us a visit. Hey, what is up, y'all? This is Austin Plus here, TCG, and I'm coming at y'all with a deck profile with the updated ban list, because the ban list was pretty much made for this deck and this deck alone, considering the only cards that got hit were cards that affect this deck. So, where does this take us now? Now that we only have one Quik-Fix, one Gear Drone, and one set rotation. Do you even play set rotation? Well, we'll find out as the format lays out in front of us. I still think Spirals are probably one of the best decks, if not the best deck, because this deck can still make really crazy boards. You can still open double helix, firewall, IB, and a sleeper with protection. So, I mean, Quik-Fix hurts. You can't, like, explode like you used to. So, it's in comparison, it went from an atom bomb into a nice little bit of C4. Still very explosive. So, without further ado, we're hopping in the deck profile. We're playing 3 super agents. Want to see this card. This is now pretty much a requirement to open up. Before it was as well, but you absolutely have to open up an agent. Well, I take that back. You just really need to open up an agent, because it really supports all of your plays. And then your starters, Gear Drone and Quik-Fix. Now that these are at 1, this obviously can't be looped as much. You're right. You can still loop this like 3 or 4 times in a turn, which is pretty nuts. And then Master Plan, one of the other cards that arguably could have been hit, but it's here still at 1. One Last Resort. This is still pretty good. You're still searching this when you can. And then Sleeper, obviously you're trying to search this out immediately. That's the last of the Spyral monsters. And then, we play the one glow up ball. Like I said, as the format lays out, we'll see how this deck works. But as of now, this in theory is really good. You can make Nat Beast fairly easily in this deck, and all you have to do is just send this with a Foolish. Even if you open it, you can send it with Quik-Fix, and it's in the grave. Or if you open double summon and this, which is really bad, both one-ofs, but it happens. You can make plays. So on to the hand traps. Still playing lots because this deck searches quite a bit. 3 Droll, 3 Ghost Ogre. I feel like this is going to become more prevalent as well. I mean, it already is really prevalent, but I think 3 is the right number. 2 Ash, 1 DD Crow, and 1 Max C. The DD Crow especially, because we're playing 10 hand traps. If you're not going to open this, you can definitely search it. So if you don't open up a hand trap, you can at least have this 1 hand trap in your hand, because you can search it. But there's a 25% chance that you're going to open this, so, or at least 1 hand trap, so that's pretty good. And that is the monster lineup. On to the spells, where all the starters are. 3 Terraforming, standard. 3 Spyral Resort. No set rotation. I never really liked that card in the first place, and now that it's at 1, there's really no purpose in playing it. 2 Foolish Burial Goods. This card is very good because you're sending your mission cards. If you don't open like a way to get into Master Plan, you can send your mission cards to extend your plays. 1 for 1, amazing card now. Still one of the best cards in the deck, because it gets you now to either Drone or Quik-Fix, so this is a very integral part. 1 Foolish Burial sends you whatever you need, usually like a Quik-Fix or a Drone, and then you just big red it. Rhoda, so you're playing 4 super agents, and those are the starters. I think there's 11 in there. Let's count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 starters in the spells. And your extenders, we're not playing 3 big red because this is kind of integral to open up. Before, you could just search it out with Quik-Fix and have no fear of really going past turn 2 or 3. But now that you need to open this card because you're not getting as much searches off, this is the gear that you play the most of, because you just need to open it. And then my own personal tech, fully armed. I was playing this before, but I was on and off about it. But the fact that when you attach it or equip it, and it is when like If you equip this like a super agent preemptively or something, and then it leaves the field like for a link summon, this is technically destroyed, so then you can special summon that super agent back. And then your one mission card. This is also relevant because since you're not able to loop Quik-Fix as much and stuff, sending this to the grave or getting this off master plan is relevant, and the fact that if you decide to keep this and put it on field and activate it with Sleeper, if you pop something else, like a Spyral card, then you get to draw a card, which is pretty relevant. And then pretty much is a bunch of other one-ofs. Double summon, back and forth with this since there's not as many monsters, but since you can still search, this does help. And if you open, like I said, a glow bulb, this helps. So it's a one-of extender. I guess you could bump it up to 2 if you want to see it, but 1 seems alright. Soul Charge, because it's Soul Charge. This is now a little bit better, considering that the Quik-Fix and the Drone are 1. So it helps you extend your plays. One Raigeki, board wipes are board wipes. If you're going to go against Spirals, this really helps. Against Pendulums, it's alright. Because if you hit like a double iris or something, that really sucks. Unless you have game. And then Invoke, it's a really good bait for Mechaba or something. And then the one Upstart. So we're playing 39 cards, including this one trap, the Spyral Mission Rescue. Really good extender. You could arguably play 2, so you have more targets to send from deck. So you can like search one rescue and then send the other one if you open it like that. But I found that it's really cloggy opening it, so you just play 1 because you can search it out so easily. And then the Upstart Goblin, so you can play 39 cards. On to the extra deck. 2 Spyral Double Helix, still very standard. 1 Deco Talker. You're really making this a lot, as everyone saw on YCS London and with Dallas as well. This is like the main go-to, so you can get, if you're summoning Master Plan off this, you can just make this with that and Master Plan, and then get Master Plan's effect. And then following that, you're usually going to Firewall Dragon soon after, and then Ibs soon after that. This is very good because usually Firewall's on this side and Sleeper's on this side with a double helix connected to the Firewall. So Firewall now has 2 monsters it can send, Ib protects, and Sleeper has that destruction effect. Then we play the 1 Proxy Dragon. This doesn't come up as often because you're not looping Quik-Fix as much. I mean, you can still loop Quik-Fix. Like I'm saying, 3 or 4 times is not a joke. You really can still do that because you can make your Exy summons very easily. Gaia, just to be able to make more link fodder so that you can special summon Firewall. Ningirsu, I'm iffy on this one because you're not making it as easily, but you still can make it. And it is a good out to Borreload still, but you're not really making Borreload as much because the boards you shouldn't like commit as much as you used to. Like even then, before Quik-Fix was to 1, like you shouldn't be committing all of your resources. I digress though. Your second Firewall Dragon, sorry I didn't put them in order. This doesn't come up as often, but it still does come up. Like, I guess if you really want to get greedy, you can make the full link, but your resources are spent by then. You have no cards in hand. You might have a hand trap, but I guess it's cool that you double linked, but don't worry about that till we get Tri-Gate. Even then, you probably still shouldn't be doing it. This can be either, this honestly should be Borreload. I guess I'm still waiting for my Borreload, but Top Logic Bomber Dragon also has merit to play. And the fact that when you attack, it does a lot of damage, because it does the damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack, which is pretty good. And the fact that if a monster special summoned to one of these zones, all the main monster zones are gone. So this is a nice board wipe. And then for the Exys, Sylvan Princess Sprite, nothing new. Recital Starling, nothing new. This is getting your Spell and Trap. This is getting your DD Crow. Ghost Rick Doulahan, you can end on this for a defensive play, but it's just really there for the detach. Baguska, I'm iffy between this and Abyss Dweller, because now Abyss Dweller is looking a lot more viable because people are going to be playing more than just Spirals. And Baguska, prevents me from doing stuff. So that's why I really don't like. But yeah, it's still a really good card. You can still end with it, with like the firewall play. Yeah, just very good. And then the Naturia Beast, because you can make this. It does come up, and it is kind of cool if all you can do is make Nat Beast. Spirals have a hard time now getting over that because the Machine Do combo is done, and they really need to rely on Big Red and Spyral Resort. So, it's not really a spicy tech, but a tech nonetheless. But yeah, that's the deck profile, y'all. This is kind of where I see Spirals going. The fact that Quik-Fix is gone, and well, Quik-Fix is down to 1, and Drone is down to 1, really hurts the deck, but it still can do a lot of cool plays. So let me know what you think below in the comments section, and I am out of here. This is Alex Plus your TCG, signing out.